Hello and welcome to the Founders Vlog for the week of July 27th, 2026. My name is Jack Cobourn, and today I don't really have a topic. I'll probably talk for about 10 minutes. I just kind of want to talk about what's going on with the channel this week. It's been a pretty good week on the channel so far. This new demo derby format I have, where it's 15 minutes for every demo, giving it 15 minutes to try to make it its best, it really works. Some games I can figure out are good within the first 5 minutes. Some games I can figure out are terrible within the first 2. But yeah, that's how that goes sometimes. It's raining outside. If you can't hear it, you might be able to hear the thunder on the microphone a little bit there, too. That's what's happening outside. But really, it's been a kind of good week here at Alsatian Productions. If you've enjoyed that Sunday Drivers second series where I'm racing super touring cars, we're going to do a couple more small touring car races in the Little Cortina and a terrible sports car race in the GT40 this week on the second series. So stay tuned for that. It was a lot of fun recording all that. I really don't want this to be a racing game channel, but I'm fast figuring out that the most fun I'm actually having is playing racing games. I've kind of been doing that for 30-odd years at this point. But, I'm enjoying a lot of the games we're playing this week. I'm trying to think, Debrisverse has probably been my favorite game this week. It's just been so enjoyable. It will be well worth the carpal tunnel I get from doing the mouse clicks on it. But, yeah, it's all worth it. So we're just playing around, having a good time. After this, I do have to record Trade Wins Thursdays. So as soon as I'm done recording this, I'll just plug this microphone into the microphone stand on my desk. It kind of looks like the one Johnny Carson might have had. And just record Trade Wins Thursdays. I don't know how many episodes I'll record tonight. Probably 1, probably 2. But we're starting to get stuff in the can for next week. One thing I'm really trying to do is get a lot of the stuff taken care of this week. At least so I'm like 3 or 4 weeks ahead, so that way we can start tooling new series. One thing I'm trying to do is figure out what the best, what's the word I'm like, Zoom or Skype or something like that with the best screen sharing software. So maybe I can get a friend to watch me while I play something, and then we just riff like Dan and Aaron on Game Grumps. I think that would be really fun, because sometimes I feel like I'm just kind of talking, not even to you guys as the audience, I'm just kind of talking to myself, and sometimes it just feels a little weird, just, being like, oh, look at that, oh, that's so dumb, oh, I don't know. Sometimes, I'm wondering, is it good content? Is it really good for my, brain to just, be riffing by myself? I feel like I do need somebody to make a good double act here. So I'll probably call my friend Emily, and we'll, riff about something. I think what we might do is I'm going to record 4 more episodes of The Fertile Crescent for Strategy Saturday. Get 4 weeks of those episodes put together, and probably close that series out for a amount of time. I don't think it'll be for good. I'm still trying to figure that out. One thing we are doing is swapping over to skirmish mode, because I think I've taken the building mode as far as I can possibly take it without it being too much of a hassle. So we'll swap over to skirmish mode. We'll probably play 2-3 more weeks of that, and then move on to something else. I'm thinking SimCity 4 for Strategy Saturday. Emily has experience in that, and I think she would be really good at being able to walk me through what to do while also being able to riff about just stuff in general. And I think that would be a very fun series to work on. So I think we might plan on doing that. Definitely we're going to be doing a lot more stuff with like Retro Gaming Weekly. One thing I really enjoyed this week was the shortened version of Pieces of Pap I came up with, where I just gave you the list of games and what we're doing this week, and you can make the decisions on whether the titles sound good or not. And that's basically, by just coming up with the titles, I took a look at what games were going to be played. I really was only going to play about 5 demo derbies this week. I wound up playing 7. There was going to be an 8th demo derby. Unfortunately, the game came out last week, even though it was listed on the database I use as coming out this week. But that's okay. It saved me a little bit of time. I was able to record both all the demo derbies in one night, plus Game of the Week, which was really nice to get done, just so on Friday you don't have to see this ugly mug explaining why we don't have a Game of the Week this week, like I had to last week. Really annoys me that developers take away the demos so you have to buy the full game. Like, let me play the demo and see if I like it first. If I like it, shut up and take my money. But if I don't, well, you know what? Nobody loses. You got eyes on your game. Somebody might say, oh yeah, it wasn't for me, but hey, maybe it's for you. And, that's what it comes down to. I mean, I am actually disappointed that, the Tears of Metal demo went away. I'm actually annoyed Phantom Tower's demo went away. And I love Phantom Tower. You'll probably see more in that at some point too. Honestly, I'm kind of starting to run out of steam a little bit with the Adventures of Elliot, and I'm a little disappointed by that. I'm just tired of the cave raiding that I have to do and jumping, from, ledge to ledge throughout to try to figure it out. I'm just like, I'm kind of wearing thin on that. I mean, I gave this 22-minute episode I recorded, I just was tired of getting rinsed by that monster over and over and over again. And I don't know, I think there's a better way of doing it. I just, I don't know. But what I really am excited about doing is playing Sonic the Hedgehog. I still have to get the Genesis all set up and everything, but we're gonna give it a go, and we're gonna see what we can do with it. I like playing Genesis. It's been a very long time since I have. ATP Tour Tennis was kind of my jam. For those of you who don't know, I mean, of course you probably know, I've talked about it so much on this channel so far. I like playing tennis. I mean, you can see the Dunlop Max 200G on my wall. I'm currently wearing my 1984 Sergio Tacchini new Young Line Polo, the same one McEnroe wore in the 84 French Open Final, the 84 Wimbledon Final, and the 84 US Open Final. I actually have 5 of the same shirt. This is how much I like this shirt. And I bought them all over the years. I mean, this one's an original 1984 version of it. All the other ones are reproductions. But, yeah, I really like playing tennis. I won't subject you to me playing tennis games on this channel, because how I play tennis games is basically getting real into the weeds about how tennis games are played. So I don't do like the championship mode in the tennis games. I just choose the single match mode, and then I just throw 2 players in there, and they play, and then they get 250 points if they win, the other guy gets 150 points if they lose, and then so on and so forth until we get to a winner. And I'll just create a whole ATP tour for myself just based on that. And as fun as that is for me, and I really enjoy doing it, it's used to be like one of my most relaxing things in college was just playing any kind of Sega Sports Tennis game, especially the PS2 version of Sega Sports Tennis with Pat Rafter and Magnus Norman and Thomas Engfist. Again, let me get real into the weeds about tennis here. It's not something I feel like if I subjected you guys to it, you would want to stick around and watch me play for an entire series. I know what I like to watch, and I don't think that would be fascinating enough for you to keep. I think I'd actually lose viewership as I go. But yeah, so that's kind of where we're at with what we're doing. I'm having a ball playing all these demos this week, except Turnip Mountain. I don't know. I just don't like climbing games. Really thought I would. Because I know a lot of people are talking about like Get Over It would be a good game. I mean, you know, all those kind of games look good, but I just don't like the controls. And for me, the controls of a game are almost more important than the visuals. And I'll use this example that I've used before when I was explaining Voidling Bound and why we couldn't get a good recording of it. I like Gran Turismo. Now, I also like Forza. I think that was a really good game. My friends and I have it for my friends' Xboxes. But I'm a Gran Turismo guy. I grew up playing PlayStation. I wanted Gran Turismo 2, so I got Gran Turismo 2. Gran Turismo 2, no matter if you're playing the vanilla version, the Gran Turismo 2 Plus, the Gran Turismo 2 A-Spec version, the Gran Turismo 2 Brown version, or whatever version of Gran Turismo 2 you are playing, it is, without a doubt, the perfect game. It encapsulates an era which we will never see again with cars. And I love it so much because it just feels like that era of 90s cars that I grew up in and didn't appreciate at the time because I liked older cars at the time. Saying that, Gran Turismo 6, which is the last Gran Turismo I ever played, is a visual feast. It's a beautiful game. I love the way Gran Turismo 6 looks. I hate the way Gran Turismo 6 plays. I don't like the controls. I don't want to have to buy a wheel and find out that it's terrible. The controller just doesn't make the car want to turn, and every trick I've ever done to get an R32 GTR Skyline around Midfield Raceway in the most appropriate way possible doesn't work in Gran Turismo 6. Gran Turismo 5 is about the same as well. It's really, a challenge to get the R32 to do whatever I want to do in it. Gran Turismo 4 is less of a challenge, but it's still not the most fun trying to get that car to make corners. And Gran Turismo 3, yeah, it has like the Gran Turismo 2 physics set with the Gran Turismo 4 graphics set, and it works pretty well. I just wish there were more cars to go in that game, but that's okay. And at some point, you will see me struggle through Gran Turismo 3, because that's what Gran Turismo 3 is. It's a struggle, and it's a struggle for everybody, and I appreciate that struggle. Anyway, I've gone on far enough. So, basically what I'm trying to say is that if a game has great graphics, I hope it has great controls too. And if it's an 8-bit game that we're going for, fantastic. I'll take those graphics. The controls better be fantastic too. I'll tell you what, if the controls aren't good for a game, it is like the ultimate killer of... The pros can be fantastic. You know, the controls and the mechanics really make me want to keep on playing that game. It was like Lifted last week. I loved the idea of it. It sounded like a great idea. I don't want to play an adventure game on a rail. That's not fun. That defeats the purpose of having an adventure game. Who wants to have an adventure game on a rail? That's so dumb. Unless the literal adventure game is we're on a train and we have to figure things out on the train. Let's do that. There's an adventure game on a rail. I'll give it a try for it. But anyway, to digress and bring this to a nice little conclusion, we're not going anywhere here at Alsatian Productions. We're having a great time playing video games. I hope you guys are having a great time watching us play video games. I really hope that you guys are having a great time playing video games yourself. Let me know what games you're playing in the comments down below. Please like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell to be notified about our next game video, or, you know, one of these videos coming out. If you do decide to subscribe, hey, thank you so much. We really do appreciate it. Leave a comment in the video you subscribed on down below, and leave your handle, and we will subscribe back to you, because I think that's only fair. If you guys subscribe to us, we'll subscribe to you, and I think that seems to be the polite way of doing things here in an internet that seemingly is getting less polite by the day. Thank you again so much for watching. Have a wonderful week. Stay tuned for any number of videos we have on this channel this week. But if you want to come back to the Founders Vlog next week, we'll see you next week then. Bye-bye. This has been a presentation of Alsatian Productions. Blah, blah, blah.